Janice Wheeler, Art of Management President. Today's topic has to do with scheduling and confirmations and cancellations. Now, I'm sure this has never happened in your practice. Can you believe it? There are actually patients or clients that will phone in and cancel their appointment within the 48-hour period or say that they can't come and they need to reschedule. Can you believe it? Of all the nerve. Anyway, this happens. This is something every practice deals with on an ongoing basis. And so we were looking at, well, what are some of the ways that we can prevent this? Because we are there as a practice, right, in order to service the patients. They are the number one reason you're there. So you can't make them wrong and don't come back. Well, you can if you want to, but and sometimes you should. But we found one of the ways to prevent some cancellations and changes, not all, but a few might be handled by having the patient actually pick an appointment time and you say it to them like this: I want you to pick a time that you know that you can actually keep, because then you're going to own that spot. And so then they pick a spot, and if you can't actually put them in there because it's already taken or something, then you say, oh man, I'm really sorry on that one. Sorry, it's already taken, but I do have another one that I think you might like. What do you think about this or this one? And get them to choose it and say, okay, good, you own that spot. All right. So, and this goes around a common thing that you want to avoid, that a lot of staff over the years have said things like, well, I'll put you in here and you let me know if you can't keep that spot. Well, that's just begging for a cancellation or a no-show. So don't fall into that little mistake. Instead, get them to own the spot. And so then if they do cancel, I mean, sometimes they cancel for inappropriate reasons, like, oh, they wake up in the morning and they phone in early and they say, I can't come because my car is broken, it's in the shop, or, you know, that sort of thing. So some staff just roll over on that and go, okay, we'll reschedule, which really makes an unhappy doctor because now he has an opening or she has an opening in her day that doesn't need to be there or is unwanted anyway. So, you know, you could try a few things with that patient, like, have you tried having a friend or a neighbor or somebody give you a lift over? Is there a bus line? Even taking a taxi would be cheaper than the cancellation fee that I have to charge you, right? So that way they can really, you know, let that sink in a moment, and then they might figure out how to actually come. And yeah, so just keep in mind the reason the practice is there is to service the patients and exceed their expectations. But they have to show up for it, right, in order to exceed their expectations. So really work to get them to keep their appointments, making appointments that they can and will keep. And then, of course, there's always the backup short list where you've got somebody who you might be able to call and fill into that spot, obviously. But you don't want to have to do a lot of rescheduling every day, because that eats up your production time at the front desk when it could be spent doing marketing or a newsletter or having, you know, planning some new marketing ideas or whatever. Anything would be more interesting than rescheduling people. And if somebody does do repetitive rescheduling, I mean, there does come to a point where you can go, you know what? Call us when you want to have an appointment. And that's it. Leave it in their ball court. Because, I mean, you want to service your existing patients who want to be serviced and want to show up. So you've got to make it be number one for them. Okay, so have some fun with that. Try out a little different, own that spot. This is your spot, you own it. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks, bye.